Greetings, Massive. Hey. Wagwan, Jamaica.
That was United States President Barack Obama in a colorful mood, rapping with youth leaders at the Assembly Hall at the UWI Mona campus yesterday. Stay tuned for a sneak peek of the event. Plus, what do you know about the relationship between Jamaica and the United States? A quick refresher awaits you. And later, artistic activities for kids in the visual arts. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Stay with us for another riveting edition of Jamaica Magazine.
Parents, make sure the children get immunized. Hear this! Immunization, it is a must. This is not a joke thing, this you can trust. It is required by law for entry to nursery, to daycare and to schools. Listen up, it is necessary to prevent diseases such as the measles, the poliomyelitis, the lockjaw and the whooping cough. Immunize your kids, keep them healthy, keep them strong. Prevent deadly diseases such as mumps, rubella and diphtheria. Immunize your child today. Immunization, a key to good health.
A message from the Ministry of Health and PAHO.
Good day, I'm Carrie-Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for Friday, April 10. United States President Barack Obama has announced a multi-million US dollar initiative to benefit young people in Latin America and the Caribbean. Mr. Obama made the disclosure yesterday at a youth leaders town hall meeting held at the University of the West Indies Mona campus. Andrea Chisholm was in attendance and filed this report.
U.S. President Barack Obama seeking to expand opportunities for young people.
I'm announcing nearly $70 million in U.S. investments in education, training, and employment programs for our young people throughout Latin America and the Caribbean. These investments will help young people in unemployed and impoverished and marginalized communities, give them a chance to gain the skills they need to compete and succeed in the 21st century economy.
Mr. Obama also launched the Young Leaders of America's initiative to assist young entrepreneurs and civil society leaders. It will give them a chance to implement their ideas while having access to research material, training, resources, networks, and capital through established linkages.
So this year we'll bring 24 entrepreneurs and civil society leaders from Latin America and the Caribbean, including young Cuban leaders, to the United States. Then next year we'll increase this fellowship to 250 young leaders, and we'll help you to expand your commercial and social ventures. We'll embed you in an American business and incubators. We'll give U.S. participants the chance to continue their collaboration with you in your home countries.
The program will complement another initiative launched 4 years ago, which seeks to have 100,000 students in the region studying in the U.S. and vice versa by the end of the decade.
Meanwhile, the U.S. President also announced yesterday that Jamaica and other CARICOM countries are to benefit from a new clean energy fund from the United States. While addressing the opening of the U.S. CARICOM Summit in Kingston, he said the fund would be used to mobilize private investments in clean energy projects for the Caribbean and Central America.
This region has some of the highest energy costs in the world. Our Caribbean Energy Security Initiative aims to help move the region towards cleaner, more affordable energy.
In her remarks, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller welcomed President Obama's engagement with Caribbean leaders on that and other regional and international issues. She also commended the latest development regarding U.S. relations with Cuba.
We commend you, Mr. President, and President Raul Castro for this bold and courageous move to renew USA-Cuba bilateral relations for the common good of all our peoples. We are encouraged by your engagement and dialogue.
CARICOM Chairman Perry Christie also addressed the opening ceremony of the U.S. CARICOM Summit before all the regional heads met with the President in a closed-door meeting. And President Obama, along with Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller and other regional leaders, this morning attended the opening of the 7th Summit of the Americas in Panama City, Panama. Ahead of that engagement, the U.S. President paid tribute to Jamaicans who served in the 2 World Wars by laying a wreath at the cenotaph in the National Heroes Park. It was his final engagement in Jamaica before ending the historic 2-day visit to the island. It was the second by a sitting U.S. president since Jamaica's independence. In other news, government's planned divestment of its commercial assets in Jamaica's cocoa industry is now in its final stages of implementation. Agriculture Minister Derek Kelly made the announcement recently at the Jamaica Exporters Association Members Breakfast Forum.
Jamaican cocoa, ladies and gentlemen, is highly sought after. It is acclaimed as one of the 8 fine-flavored cocoas and is desired by connoisseurs worldwide. And there is strong interest from both local and overseas interests to establish new acreages as well as to rehabilitate existing acreages.
He added that government would be repealing the Cocoa Industry Board Act to introduce the new Jamaica Agricultural Commodity Regulation Agency Act to establish a licensing regime for cocoa exporters. In the meantime, Minister Kelly said government was still pursuing initiatives to increase exports of other traditional crops like coffee, spices and banana.
Government is now implementing a global gap certification program for the banana industry to allow for the positioning of the commodity in the fair trade segment of the European market.
That initiative is funded by the European Union through the Banana Accompanying Measures Program. And finally, National Security Minister Peter Bunting has saluted the men and women of the Jamaica Constabulary Force who continue to serve, protect and reassure the public.
The majority of JCF members are respectable professionals who make tremendous personal sacrifices to carry out one of the most difficult and psychologically challenging jobs, even occasionally at the expense of their own personal and family lives.
Minister Bunting was speaking at the awards ceremony for the 2015-2016 Lasco Police Officer of the Year competition. Detective Woman Sergeant Ava Lindo of the Inspectorate of Constabulary got the Top Cop Award. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Carrie Ann Smith. Thanks for watching.
Fiscal consolidation.
The centerpiece of the program has been the need to reduce our debt.
Business reform.
Make sure that we transform Jamaica to make it a place to do business easily.
New and existing businesses will benefit from streamlined regulations and processes.
And pursuing strategic investments while protecting the most vulnerable.
The path we're on is the right path.
The economy in Jamaica is turning.
The fact that the international community is once again lending to Jamaica says something about their confidence in our policies.
It is now time to actually stay the course, not to lose the benefits of the hard decisions that have been made.
The Jamaican government is committed to continuing the process of reform.
The government of Jamaica is on a mission, going for growth, staying the course and transforming the economy through its economic reform program.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller is now in Panama City, Panama for the 7th Summit of the Americas. U.S. President Barack Obama is also participating in the event. Before Mr. Obama left Jamaica, he hosted a special town hall meeting with youth leaders at the UWI Mona campus.
It is your generation who will shape the future of our countries and our region and this planet that we share, long after those of us who are currently in public service are gone from the stage. And I want you to have every chance, every tool you need to make this world better. So today I'm announcing nearly $70 million in U.S. investments in education, training, and employment programs for our young people throughout Latin America and the Caribbean. These investments will help young people in unemployed and impoverished and marginalized communities, give them a chance to gain the skills they need to compete and succeed in the 21st century economy.
Young people also had the opportunity to ask the president some burning questions.
My name is Miguel Williams, but you can call I Stepper.
Stepper.
Yes, yeah, man. That is quite sufficient. Yeah, man. My question has to do and surrounds U.S. policy as it regards the legalization, the decriminalization of marijuana.
How did I anticipate this
question?
Man.
Yeah, man. And it's yeah, man.
How did I guess this question?
Yes, And yes, and Mr. President, it really comes on the foreground of we face economic challenges with the IMF, etc. And we find realistically that the hemp industry, the marijuana industry, provides a highly feasible alternative to rise up out of poverty. So I'm wanting to understand and to understand how US is visioning, how would you see Jamaica pushing forward on a decriminalization, legalization emphasis on the hemp industry? Give thanks.
Be sure to watch Jamaica Magazine this Sunday, April 12, to get the answers to those and other questions during a special edition of Issues and Answers. You don't want to miss that. Until then, some details on the relationship between Jamaica and the United States.
We view the visit as an acknowledgement and, more importantly, an appreciation of the close ties of history and culture that unite our two peoples. We are confident, therefore, that the visit will be marked by fruitful dialogue and exchanges that will serve to strengthen the close relations that exist.
The April 8 to 9, 2015 state visit by President Barack Obama marks the second time that a sitting U.S. president has visited independent Jamaica, the first being Ronald Reagan's visit to the island back in 1982. Both reinforce the close and productive relations between the United States and Jamaica. Get the facts on this mutually beneficial relationship. On August 6, 1962, newly independent Jamaica established diplomatic ties with the United States of America, formalizing a historic link of mutual friendship and economic engagement. As a result, each country maintains an embassy in the other's capital city, helmed by an ambassador who serves as their nation's diplomatic representative. The Jamaican government also maintains 2 consulates in Florida and New York City. A key aspect of Jamaica's diplomatic relationship with the United States is in the area of national security. As part of that, the U.S. has recognized Jamaica as a strong and faithful partner in the fight against the inflow of drugs into America. To support that, the U.S. has provided financial and technical assistance to enhance Jamaica's port and border security measures and to increase the island's counter-narcotics and counter-terrorism capabilities. In addition to regular bilateral assistance funding, Jamaica also gets assistance under the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative, which is aimed at combating the drug trade and other transnational crimes that threaten regional security. Both countries also engaged through the 1997 U.S.-Jamaica Maritime Counter-Narcotics Cooperation Agreement, also known as the Shiprider Agreement. It was amended in February 2014 for further cooperation in deterring the movement of illicit drugs through Jamaican territorial waters from South America to the United States. The U.S. also has an airbase in Jamaica at Vernon Field in Clarendon, created during the Second World War. The United States is Jamaica's most important trading partner. Under the Caribbean Basin Trade Partnership Act and other trade measures, over 80% of Jamaican exports enter the U.S. market duty-free. Popular goods exported to the U.S. include alumina, bauxite, sugar, banana, rum, coffee, yam, and more. Jamaica, in turn, has been an important destination for U.S. investment, with more than 80 U.S. firms having offices in the country, while hundreds of other U.S. firms sell their products through local distributors. Both countries also have an investment treaty and a double taxation agreement. And with remittances being one of the highest contributors to the Jamaican GDP, a significant portion of this comes annually from the Jamaican diaspora residing in the U.S. Jamaica is one of the most popular destinations for American tourists. Each year, over 1 million U.S. citizens pay stopover visits to Jamaica. This is critical to the approximately 8% GDP contribution that tourism makes to the Jamaican economy. The United States provides key assistance to Jamaica in several other areas. These include climate change, education, health, and other social outreach programs. Entities such as the United States Agency for International Development have given millions of dollars annually in funding support. And the U.S. has had a Peace Corps program in Jamaica since 1962. Volunteers work on a range of social, economic, and disaster mitigation projects, among others.
We regard the visit, therefore, as an affirmation of Jamaica's role and position as a responsible member of the hemispheric family.
The Rural Economic Development Initiative, the READY project, is in full swing. The aim is to reduce rural poverty by increasing the earning potential of communities. Phase 1 of the project has been completed, and we provide you with the details next.
Manchester was abuzz with activities as farmers and small and microtourism operators celebrated the handing over of 12 projects under the JCIF implemented and World Bank funded Rural Economic Development Initiative READY project. With assistance from READY, these groups received financial as well as business development support in the areas of business management, disaster mitigation, integrated pesticide management, project management, greenhouse technology, and organizational strengthening, all of which have helped to sustain these businesses and foster economic independence for community members, as they too have benefited through gainful employment.
READY represents a focus on economic development of rural developments through the development of businesses.
What READY seeks to do is to provide training to groups to build their capacity to understand what needs to do, to understand how they manage their farming as a business or how they manage their craft operations or tourism entity as a business. So they take critical decisions.
The cash injection of over $51 million from the JCIF implemented and World Bank funded project saw to the construction of greenhouses, breeding stock improvement, technological advancements, and product development.
In terms of the READY project, it's a great opportunity for us to be partnered with the government of Jamaica and the JCIF on financing this project, because we recognize here in Jamaica that the communities really have to drive the development.
And after months of hard labor, the beneficiaries, like proud parents, were eager to showcase samples of their handiwork. While it was a day of smiling, the beneficiaries are the first to admit that there was a time when it seemed easier to throw in the towel. But they stayed the course and are now reaping the sweet benefits of their hard labor.
Before Jason, we used to be like madams, up and down and all over the place, not organized. But through Jason, we are organized.
Let's take a closer look at the impact that READY has made on the lives of ordinary persons from two very diverse businesses. First to stop, the Jamaica Creative Cooperative, JACC. Prior to assistance from READY, the members from this group were experiencing marketing difficulties. With the establishment of the JACC, these artisans have a place to call home. The JACC is already generating a lot of buzz as it caters to nostalgic appetites both home and abroad. Key to the cooperative's growing success, the transference of training into practice.
We did get training in marketing and also in presentation, you know, how to label and how to make our products attractive to the public. And we found that, you know, comes in very, very useful.
For those who can't make the journey to Mandeville, your authentic Jamaican products are just a click away at creativejamaicans.com. Next stop, the hills of Old England, where we find 2 greenhouses that tell the story of the commitment, patience and ambition of the members of the Old England Greenhouse Association.
Before we're ready, we always have what you call open field farming. And it wasn't so progressive as now, because since we acknowledge the movement that's ready, this is called greenhouse technology. After we tap into it, we get to understand that this is better. We do better farming because of the protective environment.
In keeping with their business training, the group has already identified prospective markets prior to the reaping of their crops.
What we plan to do is to increase our greenhouses.
In addition to the greenhouses, the association received an automated drip irrigation system where fertilizers and water are moderately fed into the soil, water storage tanks, bathrooms, and a storage area. You too can realize your dreams of becoming a budding entrepreneur and help propel Jamaica towards further development. All you need to do is organize a registered cooperative, benevolent or friendly society, have a profitable agriculture or rural tourism business idea, and apply to JSIF. For more information on Ready, visit JSIF's office 1C to 1F Pawsey Road, Kingston, or log on to jsif.org. And remember to like our Facebook page.
Stand up and get in the race.
I can become the master of my destiny.
Step up your stride, make we work like a harder. Do it like Veronica, more than a supper.
We can rise above the challenges and shine.
Was with passion in your heart. Make a plan and stop all the idling. You think I saw? We reach out the edging. I can, you can. Like our Olympians, every Jamaican can.
Children are super talented. They can learn to paint, sculpt, draw, or do just about anything when it comes to the visual arts. Up next, artistic skills they can learn while having loads of fun.
You're tuned in to the Arts Page. Welcome. This week, our journey takes us into the realm of the visual arts. Feast your eyes on the artistic expressions of some of our nation's youth. Paintings, drawings, ceramics and crafts. This is the future of the Jamaican visual arts scene. Different manifestations of artistic stories expressing the thoughts, feelings and emotions of children.
Sing is my #1 favorite thing.
For the artistic ability to draw and paint, I think it's very fun. And I have lots of friends that come here.
Parents can take advantage of some visual arts programs offered on a weekend. Just one way of engaging children in an activity that's both helpful and fun.
They are more attracted to cartoons. So normally they would have stayed home and watched cartoons on a Saturday, you know, or do some arbitrary thing. So we thought this would be a nice, structured exercise for them.
Children as young as 6 years old can participate in pottery, jewelry making, painting, drawing, and even photography. Classes usually start at 10 o'clock and end at 1 p.m.
So they essentially learn about art, learn about using art techniques, and actually see examples all around them. Sometimes we can move the workshops to different parts of the gallery depending on what themes or the techniques that we're looking at. And I think that's probably the advantage of having a workshop here as opposed to the regular classroom.
We're sowing the seeds for their future endeavors. The expression of creativity can unlock so much. You know, it is so satisfying for them. It's a lot of fun, They get to do it, they make new friends, they come with their friends, and I think they have a fantastic time. And of course, it's always a learning process.
I am here to learn and do a lot of things that if I grow up and I don't get a work, I know I can have a work here.
I'm here because I like to do art and I'm very creative. And I liked art since when I was like 2 years old.
I started coming here, I think from grade 6. And at first it was because of my mother and she kept forcing me to say it was a good thing. So I started coming here and I liked it. I like my teachers. I like what we were doing and I'm learning.
I love to come here because I met a lot of new people who I like to hang out with. We socialize together, work together, learn from each other different things. It's just like a big family.
Uncle Dwayne is my instructor. He instructs us the nice things and we love him. He's a nice instructor.
And we take up the dirt, then we move it over it and put it over the container. Move it over it a little bit. And then we have our spiral.
FUN. That's the word used to describe all the visual arts activities the children are involved in. And the reason? There is no pressure.
We do not look necessarily for talent. We are concerned with showing the children a different way of looking at things. Everybody has a right to express. Everybody has their own approach. Even though you can teach methods and techniques to them, but at the end of the day, it's really up to them. And we show them a lot of appreciation for what they've done, and it really does a lot to their confidence.
And if you're still not sold on the idea of giving your child the opportunity to uncover his or her inner artist,
it is free of cost. The materials are free, everything is free. The people the instructors are very competent. And just come and do your thing, you know, and just experience art on a different level as opposed to just walking and standing in front of a painting.
Remember,
art is part of our daily lives. It interacts with everything that we do. And is there anything better? Really?
This has been the Arts Page.
Another day comes, another day goes. Some good, some bad, let it all flow. Some people love you, others fear you, cause you carry greatness within you. You got the keys, better use it. Find what you need to get through. No worry about nothing, put your hands in the air, cause we're gonna make it through. Don't there, don't waste your time with thoughts of giving up. It's all in your mind. Let it go, let it go. I'm here to remind you that anything's possible. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on. You're the solution to the problems you face. Don't be discouraged. I know you got what it takes. Open your heart and let go of the fear. Cause all you need, you got it right here. Come on, Monte. Clap your hands, everybody. Let's go. Hey. No, 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 no.
And that should be our pledge as we start the weekend. No room for negativity, straight positivity. And you're on the right track. One good thing you've done today was to sharpen your knowledge of current affairs by spending time with us right here on Jamaica Magazine. We really appreciate it. Catch us again tomorrow on this station. And if you can't wait that long, catch us at your leisure on the internet, jis.gov.jm, or YouTube channel, or on our other social media platforms. I'm Adrian Atkinson, and this has been Jamaica Magazine. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.